Oh no, my camera.
Oh no.
Come here. Let me plug this in.
We're gonna just. I'm gonna dance till you get up. I'm just gonna pause here.
Oh.
I hope I'm not using a copyrighted song now without knowing it now.
It's like that is a 1950 song by The Beach.
Have you seen those Daniel Thrasher videos where he like accidentally writes pop songs?
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal. Happy birthday!
It's my birthday. At least if you watch this the first day it comes out.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I hope there's somebody who watches these in like September and is like, wait a minute.
Birthday
This is not your birthday.
I know you.
You're not the birth person. That sounded weird. That's that makes
Covering
me
up.
sound sort of amoeba.
My laundry is being covered by the blanket, so
My laundry is being covered by it's in another room.
It's in another room. Smart. That's probably smarter.
My dog is being covered by he's too short to be on the camera.
Oh my gosh.
Anywho's, welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
This is a podcast by us, the Loomer brothers. I'm Preston Loomer.
I'm Nathan Loomer.
And today I get to torture Nate with a whole bunch of movies to celebrate the fact that I am the older and better half of us.
Oh.
At least for this. These are my 6 months. I like to joke this. Like, these are my 6 months.
And then I get the next.
And then you get December through.
Dude, mine are over.
I know.
It's okay. Your birthday present will probably be the new Pokemon in November. So it's going to be a while.
That's what I figured, yeah.
Because
That's all right.
multiplayer.
It is?
Yeah, we can play 4 people in the same world. It'll be hype. I can't wait.
Now I gotta get another copy so I can get one for the other lady. Who
Yes.
We can have our weird Poke dates.
Poke dates, everyone. I only hated one of these movies. I think you know which one, but
Hold on. Okay. So I hated one. Yeah, I definitely hated that one that I think we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think
the
that's
other
it.
I can bear.
Yeah, the other one's like half of them I was like, this is not a good movie, but
one
I like
of them
it.
One of them I didn't expect to like as much as I did. And
then one about halfway through it, I was like, I forgot this is a genuinely good movie. like objectively, it's not bad.
It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. So for us, we had Nate and I've been kind of doing this thing. If you've never seen our birthday episodes, where we kind of do pairs.
Yeah.
Just because it keeps it kind of fun.
It's
So I did intention like musicals. I know are bad. Movies that I would describe as sexy, but also not sexy. And then a couple of terrible movies that I actually like love.
Yeah.
Even though I know they're terrible.
How I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Nate. You gotta run the show. So
I gotta run it. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with. Oh God. Okay, I'm just gonna start with Cats just to get it out of there. I know.
Let's
It's
go.
easy. I know it's easy to bag on. I feel I never watched this movie until last week. I felt like I watched all of it on YouTube at some point, so it didn't matter because it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, this one. I mean, talk about ambition versus what actually went down. Like this thing had a full blown Oscar campaign right up until about when it came out.
As my mortal enemy, James Gordon. So I don't know what to do here.
Good old James Corden. At least he's well cast in this one.
I know. Yeah.
Like Bustopher Jones makes sense.
Yeah. Oh God, not Jason Derulo though. Please.
Okay, every time he was on screen, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch this again because if you follow my blog, I reviewed
so
like
hard.
the worst movies ever. So I've watched this recently.
Yeah.
But every time Jason Derulo shows up, I just had to do the like Jason Derulo.
And it happens every time.
Have you seen the TikTok where that kid figures out that the like starting from July to the end of the year, the initials are spell out Jason D. So he was like January, February, March, April, May, June, Jason Derulo.
God, I do love that.
We used to have this joke with him that if he doesn't say his name at the start of a song, I just don't know who it is, even if I know it's even though I know it's his. It's like DJ Khaled. If DJ Khaled doesn't say DJ Khaled at the start of his song, it's not really a DJ Khaled song.
But I actually had no idea. Like, I knew it was star-studded. I didn't realize it was this star-studded.
So many good people in it.
Idris Elba popped up. I was like, no, get out, dude.
Okay, I got a few little like bits that I enjoy. Jennifer Hudson is genuinely like a good choice for Grisabella.
Very good.
They don't do jack with her, but she sings the shit out of that part.
Put on the stage production, please. Yeah.
I actually like the rewrite of McCavity to have a more active kind of villain role, although I hate that they just put Growl Tiger on a boat.
Yeah.
And just were like, screw it. We're going to use this cat that's not in the actual show and cut the best number from the actual musical and replace it with him crooning on a boat poorly.
Painful.
That, and I don't know why, but I always think that the Taylor Swift cat's kind of hot.
They did weird stuff.
I don't get it, but
I don't hate Taylor Swift in this either. Super much. I mean, she's just coming on to do a performance, basically. That's how everyone is. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't like Tom Hooper's work in general, though. So I don't know why people thought this would be good. Les Mis wasn't good to me.
So you got to remember Tom Hooper's career, though. He did King's Speech. Yeah. Won every Oscar on the planet. Then did Les Mis, which got a bunch of nominations, even if it didn't win a whole lot, and was critically beloved, even though there are obviously things that were wrong with it. So of course, then when you're like, oh, next big budget musical, well, get the guy
ever.
yeah. And the problem, somebody did a really good analysis. I can't remember which YouTuber it was. Somebody did a really good analysis, basically explaining he's a guy who tries to do excessive realism. And the last thing that cats should ever be is realism.
No, I don't like the choreography in this. This is the one thing this movie did for me is make me finally appreciate the original. We have the 1998 kind of filmed one.
Yeah, the one that's
where they dance like cats. I don't know. This is just choreography. There's no reason behind it.
Yeah, and I've seen the stage show, and the stage show's fantastic. You have to know what you're getting into. It's not a show that's going to make sense. Essentially, I mean, to break down what happened, T.S. Eliot wrote a bunch of children's poems. Andrew Lloyd Webber took those poems, wrote music to them, put them on the stage. He and what's his name, who directed the Royal Shakespeare Company, Trevor Nunn, came together and made this new kind of storyline, which is essentially just a whole bunch of cats competing to get ritually sacrificed.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, they decide to shoot the old ugly one up into space.
Yes.
Did you know, this is a fun fact about the cast, though. Dame Judi Dench, was in fact Grisabella until she broke her ankle and had to be replaced.
No idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So her as old Deuteronomy is kind of a full circle.
It's really cool. I should have found it before this. There's an interview with her and Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen's trying to be the good published. Somebody's like, this movie people are saying it doesn't look good. He's like, well, it's not out yet. And Judi Dench is, while he's saying all this stuff, she's just sitting there as the camera zooms in on her. She's like, crap, they're gonna find us out.
It's like that sad Ben Affleck meme that went around when Batman Superman happened.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, the problem is that I just don't think Tom Hooper understood what the whole point of this thing was.
No.
And he's just trying to make it this spectacle with no soul.
Yeah.
Which, it doesn't make sense, but that's part of... It's one of those ones where I think if it just leaned into, the ridiculous of it...
Yeah.
Trying to think of a good...
I also think if it didn't use much CGI, if it actually was just in costumes... would have been. These are cool.
Either that or just go full board. Just film cats and have them just have the singers sing over the. Have you ever? I was joking with somebody. I was like, I want to write a show called Cat. It's just one cat on the stage, and you have about an hour and a half where you can just go up and pet it. Well, that's the whole play.
That's the joke in the show that goes wrong, or the play that goes wrong. A crew member's wearing a cat shirt, and you find out later it's because they didn't have a budget the year before, so they just did cat.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Yes, I've seen that.
I do like what's it called? 6 Degrees of Separation. Pushing this movie into existence with Ian McKellen. It still makes me laugh every time. Brings it up.
It's so freaking weird.
It's so weird.
I love Ian McKellen, but he can't sing.
No.
And he tries real hard. But Gus is the best character in the freaking stage play. He's that number is so funny.
Yeah.
And in this it is sad.
Yeah.
The one that this does elevate, the Shimbleshanks number is really good. It's probably the best number in the movie, just
Yes,
because
I agree.
I think it's the one where they kind of let loose.
Yeah.
Because I think they went, well, this cat's kind of a nobody, so just give him some shit to do.
Make them fun.
And then
Oh,
suddenly you're like, oh wow, this is actually like really fun.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it doesn't understand the characters. Like Mr. Mistopheles is too shy and coy, and he's supposed to be kind of showy, and
Yeah.
Rum Tum Tugger's like not enough of a douche, and
Hmm.
this, and it's just like everybody's kind of off, and you don't really get a sense. And they do that stupid thing that some musicals do, where they put like that character who's your sort of like audience view
Yeah.
character with whatever her name is, the white cat.
Oh shoot.
I think it's Francesca.
I cannot
Yeah.
remember any of these cats' names. I'm sorry to everyone out there. Preston's saying them, and I'm looking over like.
I only know it because I'm a like weird fan of. So I did a project in one of my English classes on T.S. Eliot, and the whole thing was on cats.
Got it. Because
I just said, you know what? I'm not going to analyze any of his actual poems. I'm just going to talk about cats.
Oh my gosh.
So I've learned a lot of these names. I think her name's Francesca. She's the white like dancer cat that basically doesn't do anything the whole show. Yeah. Anyway, whole big thing doesn't make sense. We don't need an audience surrogate for this nonsense.
I love the fact that this movie. I know COVID happened right after, but the fact that Rebel Wilson wasn't in a movie until this year since Cats, I felt like it was like, oh,
Yeah.
I really slipped up.
Rebel Wilson, God, I don't know.
I have a love-hate.
Like the stuff that she's really good in, like Pitch Perfect is phenomenal. Like she's probably the best part of that movie. But I think she did that same thing. She and Melissa McCarthy kind of both did that same move of like, we're this character and everything.
Yeah, this is who we are.
And now Melissa McCarthy is kind of moving on. She's starting to do like dramatic work, and it's changing
Jojo
her.
Rabbit, right? Is that her? It is
No. Melissa McCarthy's from.
No,
Preston.
sorry, I meant Rebel Wilson. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Rebel Wilson's in Jojo Rabbit, but even that, she's still Rebel Wilson. She's not.
Yeah.
Like she hasn't done anything
So
particularly stretching.
Get out of there.
I want to see a hard-edged thriller. Rebel Wilson, serial killer.
I agree.
There you go.
All right, I got them all mixed up.
My favorite thing too with her is whenever she's cast in a movie, because she can't do any other accents, they always are like, there's some reason she's from Australia.
Yeah.
It's like when back in the 90s when everybody was like, well, Schwarzenegger's from Austria, regardless of what his character's background is.
He's just a school teacher coming to...
I'm a ninth generation cop from Jersey, but I'm originally from Austria.
My parents.
I didn't allowed to talk to anybody for 19 years. Now I'm just this way.
It is really great. Oh my gosh. But no, yeah, it's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
It doesn't even look great. I don't even know. But like I said, it made me want to go watch the original stage production, which I did.
Go see.
I enjoyed that a lot. It's just
go watch the actual stage production of Cats. It's actually like fun. If you're not into weird stuff, it's not gonna be for you regardless. But at least that one makes sense.
That makes sense.
And hashtag release the butthole cut.
Release the butthole cut. Please. I won't rest.
Okay, speaking of weird, stupid online trends, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened to Morbius this weekend?
God, it's legendary. I can't believe they fell for it. Like, what?
I haven't seen it yet either. I don't know.
I will not watch it until it's free on some streaming service. So I don't know. It flopped twice. It's like the only one that ever flopped twice.
It didn't really flop the first time. It kind of broke even, but it limped into that. But then it went back into theaters and made no money.
My favorite was somebody on Twitter is like, guys, we didn't want to watch the movie. We wanted a TV show. We'll definitely watch that.
Yeah.
Just like,
I just love that there's a video of Jared Leto holding the script that says Morbius 2 Morbin Time.
that's the best thing he's ever done. I'm really sorry. Dallas Fire Club, I don't care. But the peak self-awareness is what I love.
Forget all of his music career.
Yeah. This is it. So he's like tomorrow. Yeah.
Love it. So good. Yeah, so Cats is crap. Don't watch it.
Go watch Morbius, maybe.
We'll see. Maybe when it comes out, we'll review it.
Oh no, we have to. Okay.
Yeah.
What does this go with?
This is a musical, so the other one's a musical.
Which is.
There's one that was definitely a musical.
Wait, it's not Magic Mike, right?
No, it's set in the 80s. Had aliens.
Oh, sorry, Earth Girls are easy. I didn't even pull it up yet. Oh my god, that's why I'm like, where is the thing?
Yeah, Earth Girls are easy, which is, I mean, it's barely a musical.
There we go. Yeah, that's why I was like, it's science. It's why I keep thinking it goes with Space Jam.
So here's the funny thing. I accidentally, I was going through this. I was like, I could have recategorized these about 4 different ways.
Yeah.
Because like halfway through, I was like, oh, there's movies that kind of look like they might have inspired The Room. There's movies that have the Wayans brothers in them. There's movies that have like weirdly attractive animals.
Oh my gosh.
Just yeah. So Earth Girls Are Easy is an 80s pop musical, space sci-fi movie, basically all about sex.
Yes.
Bunch of aliens crash land on Earth because they're horny as hell.
I was fighting if Magic Mike is the musical because it's just got a lot of dancing.
No, that's a sexy movie, obviously.
It's a sexy movie, right? Oh, yeah. More of a sexy movie.
Yeah. I mean, this is our segue from that to the sexy movies, so.
I hate having a nostalgia towards the Wayans brothers, or at least one of them, because of my wife and kids. Mm-hmm. Every time I see him, like, there's the guy that I watched when I was little. Like now, anything I see him in, I'm like, he's not good.
I'm always like, what has Damon Wayans done since that? I guess he was in a Lethal Weapon remake. No. That then got like canceled because the other lead was like, the other lead was an asshole or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I just love that they cast him and Jim Carrey. Yeah, and I'm like good comedic guys, but I also know they both mostly cast these two because they're weird as shit, and Jeff Goldblum had to be the hot one.
Yeah, which is so funny. Oh my god, whoa!
You alright?
The branch just fell on our house.
Oh, good.
It's actually not. There's a thunderstorm going on.
Oh, okay.
So probably just happened.
So the power goes out. Just know that. Okay.
Yeah, we'll cut and be like, I'm back.
So I'm gonna explain. This is technically only a musical because the gal who played the best friend was like an aspiring pop star.
Yes, yeah.
And she convinced them to let her put like 4 of her songs in this movie.
That's why oh my god.
Like that stupid blonde one on the beach that has nothing to do with anything. It's the same actress who plays the other like character, and they just threw her in there and let her sing this song that didn't go anywhere.
What the heck? I had no idea. That's fucking
so stupid.
I don't mind. It's weird to say the design of the aliens are kind of funky but cool. I don't know what that is. Also, I've seen this picture on different like Netflix. I think I never knew Jim Carrey was in this. I never had any idea. So,
it's like his first. It's like one of his first things too.
It's so
like
strange.
Pre anything.
Oh my god. Jeff Goldblum. 80s Jeff Goldblum, where he's the cool dude, not the weird dude as much.
It's so yeah. It's so weird. Like, and I watched this, and then I watched Jurassic Park a couple days ago, and I was just like, it's so weird that Jeff Goldblum was once like everybody's like hot uncle, not everyone's like awkward uncle.
Yeah. I was thinking about that though. The fact, last episode we had the legacy stuff. The fact that Jurassic Park is going backwards now the people are in the movie.
Yeah.
In the first one. But it's very strange.
I'm so mad because I want to go see it, but I also really don't want to watch all these Jurassic Park movies.
So here's the thing. You pick bad movies for me, and I love weird shit. So
I know.
I never know. I really did like this.
Oh, I knew you would. I wasn't worried about you. I was like, you're going to like this one.
This is my not my jam. There's another one's my jam.
Yeah.
But Jim Carrey, I wish he just kept doing the comedies forever. I feel like all his dramatic work is just too much.
He's got one really good one.
One really good one. And even then, he's supposed to be a guy who's been sheltered off. Eternal Sunshine. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking Eternal Sunshine, not Truman Show.
Truman Show. I guess he's still funny because I think it's how they programmed him.
But like Eternal Sunshine, I would say is his best actual
dramatic thing. I think it's his best role, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of what else to say.
Okay, question for you: Is this a better musical than La La Land? No.
Sorry, I had to give me a second.
I was watching this time though because I've seen it like 3 times now, and I just went. I feel like if this was like a high school and these were all teenagers, this would be less weird.
Yeah,
so. Like it's weird that they're middle, like 30-something adults.
I think I completely agree. If they got younger stars for this, you'd be like,
yeah.
it's kind of a mad science. Is that what it's called? Mad science? Like
Weird Science, yeah.
Weird Science. It'd be like that if that was so.
Yeah.
But no, it's just a bunch of older people acting like weirdos. That's the plot.
Can we also talk about how somehow we've now seen like The Fly and this is the scarier of the two movies with Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis falling in love?
It really is. The Fly is kind of romantic. This is just creepy.
This is just odd. I was sitting there watching this time just going, there's so many things that I'm like, man, this does not hold up in like the modern day. Oh man. I do the naming. It's like Zebo, Whiplock, and then Mac.
And then Mac, like the normal name. So you can remember
it's because his name is super long and they shortened it.
That's right.
I don't know why they didn't do it with the other two.
Yeah, they just give it weird.
Yeah.
Let's call him Mac, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I would give my stamp of approval to go watch this and have fun, get drunk.
This is a good stuff. Yeah, this is a good like get drunk, hang out,
get a group of friends, put it in the background. I love it. I'm glad I watched it.
It's absolutely dumb. It will not make any sense.
No.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. That's all I got.
I also just love these kind of sci-fi movies because they're always like, oh, the aliens and the humans are sexually compatible. And I'm like, could you imagine?
I know, I really...
There's a great Superman parody comic where he and Lois are like about to like do it. And he pulls down his shorts and she's like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, are those pinchers? Like, what is it doing?
Oh my god.
And they don't show it, they just describe it. But he's like, is this not what they all look like? No, that's not what they look like.
I do love that.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a funny thing. It's in Star Trek too. Every alien can do it in some way. Like,
that's why I like that moment in Galaxy Quest when she like turns back into the octopus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So good. Really good.
Yeah, there's a whole lot.
There's a whole lot. But yeah, costume design was fun too.
Yeah,
I think it's just got a great look to it. It looks 1980s.
Big, it's colorful. It's like funny.
Yeah.
And the characters are genuinely likable. Like I think maybe Gina Davis is probably the least interesting person in the whole movie.
Yeah.
But that's not entirely her fault. She also was like written to be like the one who has to deal with these crazy aliens.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. I will also say that "How's it hanging, Mr. Dude" is my new favorite Jeff Goldblum line.
How's it hanging?
How's it hanging, Mr. Dude?
Oh, Jeff. Now, after this, I'm gonna go listen to him play some jazz piano. Ooh. That's his thing. So I know. I did watch him for like an hour play the jazz piano the other day.
Good.
Because it's so weird to see other hobbies of famous people.
Yeah, I watched there's like a series of videos. I think it's Wired does it, where they make actors with famous like speech patterns watch impressions of them.
Oh yeah.
So there's one with Shatner where he's like livid because he's like, don't talk like that. Yeah. But then the Goldblum one, they did one with Goldblum, and he's legitimately like delighted by everything. He's like, oh, he's doing the yes, of course, this. Oh, I love how he uses my yes, what do we call it? You know, that whole thing.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, it's so good.
He's the best.
Just more Goldblum, please.
More Goldblum. He saved Marvel for me. I was getting really tired until
let's be real, Taika probably had something to do.
I know it's Taika. Oh, I know.
But Taika casting Jeff Goldblum, perfection.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh God, what's next?
You got so now we're on to category dose.
So I want to save it for this. I'm gonna go with the sexy one. One of the sexy
Which
ones.
sexy one you want?
I'm gonna start with the hunger. Let's get it.
Yeah. So. Hunger's somehow I didn't even mean to. I picked another vampire movie.
Yep.
I was like, oh crap! I picked another vampire movie. Continuing our trend of we've watched like 24 vampire movies without ever picking vampire movies as a category.
But you got one of my loves, Susan Sarandon.
I thought you were going to say David Bowie.
And David Bowie. You got them both. I do love David Bowie. So David Bowie as an actor, it's weird how good he is because I never think of him in that way until I watch something again.
Was there a cooler human than David Bowie ever?
No.
I don't think, yeah, okay.
I don't think so. In a weird way. Labyrinth is peak cool for me. But...
Labyrinth, Prestige.
Prestige.
I'm trying to think of other things he's done. I know there's more.
I know there's a lot. I can never remember them until I see him.
Yeah.
It's so strange. Was it Deer Hunter? Is that him or is that that's
Walken.
That's Walken. They have the same look when they're younger. Yeah. I swear.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a vampire sexy movie with lots of sexy things. I understand why you were covering your.
Yeah. So to reiterate the story, I didn't pick this one because I particularly think it's like anything outside of like normal. I just picked it because it was the most awkward movie watch I've ever done in my entire life. Because last summer I had to commute on the bus, and so to 40 minutes on a bus every day in both directions, I would just like put on a movie and watch it, half of it on the way to school and then half of it on the way back, and I was not ready for how much nudity was in this movie.
Yeah,
and that day. Because normally I try to get a seat by myself, but for some reason that day the bus was crowded, and so I was sitting right next to somebody, and I was just like, okay, let's just...
does not look good.
And then I thought the worst of it was over, because the first part's got a lot, and then they just stop.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so we're on to this cool, like, aging plot now. And then the second half of it happens when now it's lesbians.
Yeah. This guy the director must have some connection with musicians, because what's the other? There's also Peter Murphy.
Talk about Tony Scott.
The guy behind the cage, that cool shot. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Ah, shoot. Anyways, Tony Scott's also, but it's a lot of, when I looked up, a lot of these people are musicians that aren't actors. And when somebody really wanted all their 80s heroes or 70s musicians in their movie, Tony Scott, the director, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the actors in it.
Yeah, and they got a doctor who looks like Snoop Dogg. So
Snoop Dogg, he does.
I wrote that down twice. I wrote it down, and about 5 lines later, I wrote it down again and went, "Oh, I've already written this." He did. He looks like Snoop.
I can't get over how much he looks like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. And then I just said at the end of it, I was like, you know what? Fine, new headcanon. That's Snoop. Yeah. This is a Snoop origin story.
Oh my god.
I will say too, for 80s, the aging makeup that they do to freaking Bowie is so good.
Yeah, it really is.
For anyone who's not seen The Hunger, it's basically vampires, but there's like a twist that they can age.
Yeah.
So they're immortal, but they're not ageless.
Ageless, which just gets very awkward, I'm sure, in 1,000 years.
Yeah. And that's kind of the whole point, is that basically one of them stays young and the other one doesn't die, but gets to the point where they are basically just a walking like skeleton.
Yeah. Somehow he keeps ending up. I don't think we've ever had a Willem Dafoe category thing either.
I didn't know he was in this. I forgot he was in that. That's like his first like thing ever.
Yeah, so delighted. I loved it. I was like, yes, he's here.
I literally was grabbing something off the floor when he popped up, and I heard his line. And I was like, was that Willem Dafoe? Oh my Speaking of Willem Dafoe, vampires. Have you ever seen? We gotta do Daybreakers one of these times.
We do gotta do Daybreaker.
Yeah.
Did we watch? What's the one where he plays Nosferatu, but like a real? Vampire
Shadow of the Vampire. I
gotta watch that too.
You can't find it anywhere.
Really? Oh,
the only thing I could find it, only version ever I found it was a version on YouTube that was backwards and in like Spanish.
Okay. Well,
and about halfway through, when you don't have Willem Dafoe doing the voice, it's not the same.
That's really bummer.
You have some guy who's just doing the like.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find him and John Malkovich being.
Yeah, and Eddie Izzard's in that too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love Eddie. There's another guy who is not who I think of as an actor, and I always forget how good he is since then.
Yeah, he's very good. Trying to think of other. Yeah, I thought I like this one. I think that like this one, I'd say of the 6 that I made you watch, this one's genuinely a good movie.
It's a good movie. I think that's why I'm struggling, because everything else is so over the top and crazy, and this one even looks nice.
I say so? This is one of the ones, the lesbian sex scene with the curtainy bed. Yeah. About halfway through it, I was like, why does this look like the fucking sex scene from The Room?
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh my god, is this where the sex scene in The Room came from? Like, Did Wazoga see this and go, "That's what I want"?
God, I would love to talk to him and be like, where did you get all your stuff, or did you just?
Because I know,
do it?
because I mean, obviously, you're tearing me apart. At least it came from Rebel Without Cause, but like, there's so many.
There's so many. Oh
I also think this one does probably the most interesting take on vampires that we've had.
Yeah, because normally it's just vampires or something. Twilight. I like Twilight, so it's interesting. But no, this is something new. Finally, it's not just vampires or eating people and turning people.
Yeah.
And the only movie I can think of that I've watched recently where I liked Let the Right Ones In is my favorite, probably vampire new take on it, or not new but interesting take.
I need to watch it again. And Blade was.
And Blade.
Yeah,
we watched so many
freaking vampire movies, and we never picked vampire movies.
Yeah, which I didn't.
We're gonna do it one day where we're gonna be like vampire movies, and we're gonna have nothing to watch.
Nothing. We watched Dracula for the old movies. We watched.
And guess what? Spoilers for next episode. We have another one. So I accidentally did it again.
Shit, I still gotta pick my movies.
I know you do. It's okay. We'll get there. Yeah, I think that this one is like, it just tells it's got really interesting rules. Like the vampires can do different things that most of them can't, but that whole immortality versus agelessness question is so like freaky. I was like, oh, I've never thought of the fact that like, what happens if they keep aging?
It's not worth it, dude. I've never heard of the actress in this, Catherine. I looked her up even. I've never seen her.
Oh, Catherine Deneuve? Yeah. Because she's French.
Oh, she's French. So she is. Yeah. Okay.
Hence her accent.
They are foreign films. Okay, that makes sense. I'm looking at it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, she's good in this, though. She and Sarandon are both really good.
Yeah.
I forget Susan Sarandon's in this because she's like the least interesting part of this whole movie.
I know, yeah. I don't know what else to.
Just if you're gonna watch one of these 6, this one's probably the best one. But don't watch it on public bus.
Yeah, or with your parents.
Or do. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's chill. It's a very blue movie. I walked away going, that movie was very blue. And color wise.
And I thought you meant like blue as in like the inappropriate like term.
Oh, well, there's that.
I mean that too.
But yeah.
I saw something on Tumblr that was like all vampires are gay. Or at least all vampires are pansexual. Like once you get vampirism, one of the side effects is you will do anything.
Yeah, well, if you live long enough, I'm sure you'd eventually.
Let's try it. Yeah.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
God, Groundhog's Day.
I want that. I want that scene in Groundhog Day.
Like
I want that. Like you see all the progressive stuff. I want the middle period where he's like,
I don't know, who am I?
Big existential crisis. Just where he shaves his head and goes on like a Tristan in the middle of the woods.
That's the reason why Groundhog's Day TV show. Get on it. We can have so many fun adventures for years and years.
Years and years and years and years, and then your actor gets so old that you.
Yeah, but never mind.
Nobody notices. Well, I guess with CGI de-aging now, you can do it for a while.
Yeah, good.
Great, done. Love it.
Okay.
Sexy movie 2.
Sexy movie 2. Space Jam.
Yes, that's why I picked Space Jam.
Magic Mike.
All right.
Is this the movie that made Matthew McConaughey a household name? I was kidding.
Yep, this one. This is the one. Just this one. Absolutely. Had nothing to do with anything he's done before this.
Or
Same with Channing Tatum.
Okay, I love Channing Tatum. I think he's a really underrated. I'm glad he's coming back to acting.
I wrote that too.
Foxcatcher.
Foxcatcher, good. He was actually pretty good in that new one he just did with the dog. Like that movie wasn't great, but he was good.
Yeah, he was good. No, I think he's really underrated. I think he could do dramatic roles better than some of the people who are taking them on in action films and stuff.
Here's what I'll say about this one. So first off, I bought this for my wife as a Valentine's Day gift. Joke. like
Mm-hmm.
forever ago, and
Yeah.
she didn't watch it for 4 years.
Really
It just sat in our like
Sat in the
movie
room.
collection, and then one day we were both kind of like, let's just watch Magic Mike. Let's just do it. And it's a little weird. I mean, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. If you've seen a commercial for it, it's exactly what it advertises. There is nothing.
It's just
You will
a
see a
sexy movie.
lot of men stripping.
Yep.
And this small plot of one guy's like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this for the rest of my life. And they made a sequel, so I'm like, what happened?
Did he want to do it?
He just like, what changed? What changed?
I guess I have to watch the sequel
Oh,
now.
God damn it! Now we gotta watch the sequel.
I have to say though. So did you watch this with your wife?
So the first time I did, I did.
Okay, because I want to say, watching this solo, just fishing on Sea of Thieves and having it on my monitor and being like, man,
okay, so
it needs to be here.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story about how I watched it. I watched this on Wednesday morning. In between watching the 3rd episode of Kenobi twice. And every about 10 minutes, I would be like, oh, I forgot that note, and I'd start writing something about Kenobi. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's not this.
Magic Mike.
Ewan McGregor's not in this movie.
I wish he was.
I know, it's so great. But then it ended. I kept doing the opposite, where I was like watching Kenobi and being like, wait, where's Channing Tatum? Where's McConaughey? I was like, God damn it.
It is very Star Warsy. I don't know.
It's so Star Wars. Okay. And I guess it's kind of autobiographical. I think this is actually based on some level of Channing Tatum's pre-fame sort of career.
That's what I heard too. And no, the dancing isn't bad. Is what I want to say though. I'm actually like, that's cool. Like sometimes
I actually really like any Channing stuff is probably the best stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
I will say there's something exceptionally rapey about male lap dances.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a woman on a gurney and the dude is just humping the air right in front of her, and I'm going. My wife got home and I just turned to her. I was like, good news, still straight.
I think every lap dance looks a little. I don't get it. I never have understood it. So,
no.
I'm sorry. Not kink shame. Not kink shame.
No, yeah, you do you. It's not for me.
Not for me, dude.
And this movie's also surprisingly boring, given that Soderbergh made like Ocean's 11 and Logan Lucky and like all these really good movies.
Yeah, it's very strange. He must have been bored. He's just like, I just want to do this. Every so often, Alex, what is it? Pettifer?
Yeah, he played the kid.
Weirdly looks like Chris Pratt.
I can see that.
In weird shots. Every time I'm like, is Chris Pratt? No, he's not in this movie. Like, I kept doing this thing.
Yeah.
God, man, he did direct a lot of good movies.
Yeah, I know. He's directed a ton of... This is like probably the worst thing he's made.
What the heck?
I will say this is... So, I actually liked most of this cast. Like, all the guys who play the strippers I've seen in something else that I've enjoyed. Like, I love Joe Manganiello in True Blood, and I love Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash in The Longest Yard is so funny.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He's the big guard who gets the hormones and starts like... and Matt Bomer's good. I will say, the scene where they're like doing the awkward like 4-way with him and his like wife and their friend, I was like, I don't believe for a second Matt Bomer's straight. Like, I know he's not, and he's not selling it.
No.
And like, this is a guy who definitely is like, I don't want to touch those. I don't want to be anywhere near this.
Oh my god.
Not for me. Nope.
It is so there's a third one coming out. We do have to finish the trilogy now. It's the big problem.
Is it going to be called Revenge of the Dicks?
Oh, it's called The Last Dance. Magic Mike's Last Dance. That's all it is.
Magic Mike's Last Dance.
Selma Hayek and we're gonna see. Hopefully.
Selma Hayek's in? Oh god.
Yeah. I'm looking at that. I was like, but that's what I was thinking. I was watching, like, damn it, I really do have to watch the next ones. I know I do. I can't leave things settled.
You could have though. This one ends. You could just walk away.
It does.
Walk away now. Just assume that Magic Mike XXL is like a fanfic, and
I guess I did do it with season 1 of the robot show.
Yeah. What's the canon? That's all we got to know. What's the canon of Magic Mike? Is the next one canon, or is it just is it just some spin?
It's a spin-off Magic Mike.
Did you know Mike McConaughey was 43 when they made this?
No way.
God, I hope I look like that when I'm 43. I hope I look like that now. Let's be honest.
I won't. I love food too much.
I love food and I hate exercise. And...
I hate exercise. I'll go for a walk, I guess, someday.
One of these days. Yeah. No, I'd say if you want to just watch Channing Tatum dance, this is probably a pretty good. But also, don't go watch Step Up because it's a better version of what you. It's that without the rest of it.
Yes, it's just good dancing.
I would say this movie's fine. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just it's not that interesting.
That's how I felt. I said it's an okay movie, and I get what it was made for, like in the audience.
And I was this close to pairing it with Showgirls, but by God, I'm never watching that again.
No.
Holy, that one, you want to talk about how bad Cats was. That movie was worse.
Oh my God. But give me my NC-17 cut of Magic Mike, please. So
release the butthole cut.
Release the butthole cut. That's you. So that's the thing.
I think that should be every movie.
Every movie.
Somebody on Twitter was trying to get released the Snyder cut pending under tweets of Paddington. Oh my God. I was dying. I was like, what does Zack Snyder's Paddington look like?
Oh my gosh. Paddington's great. We'll put that someday on here.
Yeah, one of these days. Paddington and Paddington Ghost.
Dude, they're really good.
Yeah.
So awkward. Yeah. But now, unless you have anything else to say about Magic Mike, we can get to my favorite of the bunch.
So yeah, the next two are movies I genuinely like. They're not good. I know they're not good, but I like them both.
Yeah. You got a 2021 Space Jam.
Space Jam Legacy. Let's go to LeBron.
No, original Space Jam. Hopefully, right? I was right.
You were right. No, I watched the new one.
I did question. I was like,
there is one joke in the new one that I genuinely thought was probably worth it.
Trying to guess which one it is.
Oh come on! It's realized one. It's like a big moment.
It's not. It's the one where it's not Jordan, right?
It's the Michael Jordan joke, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Where they find Michael B. Jordan out in the crowd.
Brilliant.
LeBron's like, man, that's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I was like, A, great joke. B, the fact that they got him to even do that is just fantastic.
Oh my God, he's the best.
I can't remember. Is this the first movie we've watched with Danny DeVito in it?
It probably is.
I think it might be. I can't remember another one. No, we watched Batman Returns. Shit.
Did we watch Hercules?
No, we watched Batman Returns for Christmas that one year, though.
We did watch that.
Yeah, that's okay. Never mind. Sorry, fans of DeVito. This is our second DeVito.
Second DeVito, everybody.
First animated DeVito.
Animated DeVito. Just let me say it. So I have watched this movie from every period. It's one of the only movies I've watched every period of my life, from kid till now. And as I get older, every year I remember Michael Jordan's not as good of an actor as I thought he was.
No, but that's okay.
That's fine. I do like that it plays into his real life of going from this to like other sports.
Yeah, that like actually happened. He played baseball and then went back
and then golf.
It's
it's the best Wayne Knight thing.
Jurassic Park. Excuse me.
No, and Rat Race.
Seinfeld.
I like him in this.
I know. I love Wayne Knight in this. He's great. Yeah. I will say this is the truth. I think this is one of those movies that everyone knows is not a good movie, but I also have never met a person who doesn't like it.
Everyone loves Space Jam.
It's just too stupid, and it's great.
I watched the YouTube video when the new Space Jam came out and said Space Jam the original is not as good as you remember, but here's why you love it. And it was like this whole thing of like, it's terrible. It's a terrible.
Oh, it's so stupid. But I will say, maybe S tier soundtrack, hands down, with one exception.
Yeah.
Fuck R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I wrote that every time they played. I want the Fly Like an Eagle or whatever it was.
R. Kelly, God.
I Believe I Can Fly. That's the one. Yeah.
Stupid. Oh God.
No.
First time I ever, besides maybe Misty from Pokemon, had a traction on another animated character. Which a lot of people share a sentiment with. I'm trying to think if there's others. Probably others.
Jessica Rabbit. Everybody likes Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit too. I didn't watch that till I was older though. So
I had a thing for Chun-Li in the Street Fighter games.
So yeah. I forget that Larry Bird is in this movie, which as a kid I thought he was just an actor in this movie. Now, they're all
Like
basketball
there's so
people.
many. Here's what I will say too. This
Larry
is the
Bird.
thing. There's about a dozen different basketball players in this movie.
Yeah.
Most of them are giving like it. I know they're not actors, but like they're at least doing something, and it works. Like that scene where Charles Barkley tries to play ball with those kids, and it goes terribly.
That is my favorite scene I think in the whole movie.
It's so funny. And you know what makes it funnier is that freaking Geico commercial that they did, or whatever it was, where he's like out on the court with those kids.
Yeah.
They're like, Barkley. And he goes, yeah! And he's like a foot and a half tall, and everybody's like, still got it. Let's
go. It's also I for some reason didn't realize that Bill Murray is just Bill Murray in this. I thought he was had a different name. I was like, no,
he's just Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
It's very weird because like everyone is themselves except Wayne Knight.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Everybody else is there. I think with the exception of Michael's family, every other character in this thing is just themselves as a real person.
As a real person. Oh my gosh, they are. You're right.
Yeah. I'm gonna say too, the freaking Monstar Up scene where they first transform into their like terrifying versions.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest scenes.
They're still good.
It's one of the coolest animated scenes out there. I don't know, like, just to watch these little guys just sprout.
I think it's a weird disappointment about the new movie because I think these monsters are like weirdly intimidating compared to what they have in the new stuff.
I don't know what they were going for in that new one. It was really it was like they were trying to combine real basketball players with like video game archetypes or something because the whole thing's centered around video games, but it doesn't.
It's just keep it basketball. People still watch basketball.
There's something too about the personalities of the aliens stay in them even though they're now like huge.
Yeah.
Like the blue one is still like the dumb one, even though he's just this big Frankenstein monster looking guy, you know? Yeah. But they look kind of like the players that they stole the talent from.
Yeah. I can't go to a golf course without looking into a golf hole and thinking I'm gonna get sucked into it. Maybe.
How often do you go to golf courses?
But like I don't know. I guess the last time was when I was at Dad's reunion. I was talking to you on the phone for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
that. Oh god, I just had a sudden moment where I memorized I have to do the quote this time.
Oh good,
and I'm already stressing.
All right, well you got time. We can still have another whole movie, and I got some more stuff to say about this one, so you're fine. Okay. I will say this: this movie has my favorite superpower in it, which is just cartoon physics.
Yeah.
Could you? I was like, how's that? How has no one done that yet? Like, how's no one just had a guy who's just a cartoon character? I mean, I'm sure they're out there. I guess Peter Porker was kind of that way in Spider-Verse, but
yeah.
That like idea of you can get flattened or stretched or like turned it into something else or burned alive and just be fine 5 minutes later.
Which is why Who Framed Roger Rabbit has the most evil villain, because you can just kill that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then you get the dip. The dip. We haven't watched Roger Rabbit for this.
I don't think so.
No.
It's pretty crazy.
I also just think it's funny that they have the whole like in the starting lineup and all the tunes come out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then they tip off, and I think within 10 seconds there's a different tune on the court, and I was like, wait a minute. This is how often are they subbing people in and out in this?
Yeah.
I also like that the tunes definitely picked basketball purely because they know it's a height-based sport.
Yes.
Because it's very clear very quickly that they have no idea how to play it.
They know of it. It's really funny. Oh my gosh. I think that if they did the second movie with a different sport, it would have been fun too. If they did like a football or baseball. Or
you mean like Air Bud?
Yeah, do an Air Bud. Let's do an Air Bud every time.
It's like love that. What's there the one with the chimp that plays hockey that's like the same universe?
Oh god, what is it? I don't know anymore. I don't know these things.
God, John Oliver did a whole thing on Air Bud, and it was very tragic.
Oh my god.
It was like a really sad story about the Air Bud, like the legal implications of Air Bud.
Yeah, it's a good.
I'm trying to think if there's other things that I
want to say. I don't know. I don't. It's weird to not have like a super big attachment to Looney Tunes. I do, but like if a new Looney Tune movie was coming out, I wouldn't go see it.
Yeah.
It's
I think the Looney Tunes are one of those deals like, you know, like it's like Superman. Like everybody just knows them.
Yeah.
Know? Like they're gonna be popular, and they're gonna whenever they show up, they're gonna be a thing. But I think it's kind of okay that they're not coming up as often because, like, you know, that whole thing with the frickin' like Disney tried to reboot the Muppets like 3 times, and each time it just got worse.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop with the Muppets. Just go back to what the Muppets did in the 90s. That's when the Muppets were great.
Simple. I love how I think every person on the planet has a better idea of how to make a Muppet movie than the people making the Muppet movie.
It seems to be the case every time. I feel like
it is.
But also, I mean, you have to remember, we have the hindsight of seeing what happened.
Yeah.
I've learned it's a lot easier to pick apart and like rebuild something than to like build it from scratch.
That's true.
Yeah.
So for this, you had Space Jam 1 for the second one.
I don't know what they're going. I will say LeBron is a better actor than Jordan.
Yes.
Whether he's a better basketball player is something that I don't have the
no knowledge.
I'm saying I'm not qualified to actually answer that question because I don't know. I will say this much. I do not like basketball. I do not like watching it. No, I don't like playing it. I do not like basketball.
There's nothing.
But you better believe I was like a '90s Bulls fan the whole time.
The whole time. Anytime I played any game, somebody else picked like, that's my team.
Every time you get in there, like, what are you gonna do? '90s Bulls. Well, oh, come on, use a different. No, man.
They're the best. I'm gonna know it.
It's either that or Shaq and Kobe. Those are the only 2 things I know.
I now yell Larry Bird when I shoot stuff. It's my go-to. So Larry Bird is my.
What was it? No, I was doing that with so my kids would do Kobe.
Yeah. And
so I started doing Shaq, and then I'd throw it real wide.
Oh my god!
And they were like, "What?" I was like, "Shaq can't shoot." That's the bit.
It's the whole joke.
That's my favorite. Speaking of Damon Wayans, that's my favorite joke from that whole show. Is where he's trying to teach his kid basketball, and he's got you got to get the fundamentals down. He's like, "What about Shaq? He can't shoot free throws. When you're tall enough to dunk without jumping, you don't need free throws."
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why I remember that line.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, so last movie on the docket.
Let me just make sure I got nothing else to.
I think
I will say this, Pine. I would like to see full contact basketball because that seems like that's what this is. I was like, "Where's the ref? There's so many fouls."
There is no ref.
I also think it's kind of like both too real and not real enough that the whole NBA shuts down because a virus is like disabling players.
Yeah.
I was like, at the time, I was like, "Oh, it's good for them." Now I was like watching it after COVID and going, they'd have never done that. No, they'd have just said, "Fuck it, let's keep going." Okay. On the last one. So I'm gonna be real. Next to Cats, this was probably the worst movie out of the bunch.
Out of the bunch.
This is Dungeons and Dragons from the 2000s.
2000, exactly 2000.
And I love it.
I love it. It's probably the most fun I had. I mean, I've seen it before, but it's actually the most fun I had this time around between all 6 of these movies.
And here's why I love it. Yeah. Because if you think of it in a like Lord of the Rings-esque fantasy adventure, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
If you think of it as 6 nerds sitting around a table trying to play Dungeons and Dragons, it is exactly how the game goes.
The amount of times I've seen people complain about like the random sats, like when the buddy dies and and like the movie just becomes sad all of a sudden for no reason, like because somebody rolled bad, like that. Like,
they walked, you took a step back.
Somebody nat one on the board and killed that kid.
And I like to imagine that the dialogue, like the bad line reads, they're like people who are like trying to sound epic. But if you've ever been around D&D players in a game store,
oh my god,
they're like, and I take my great sword and I look him in the eyes and I say, "You slime shall be smoted from the mountaintops." And you're like out of context, it's weird as fuck.
Oh my gosh. And I think it's why I like the fact that the main guy is so bland. He's just like the default D&D character.
And then Marlon Wayans as the other thief.
Yeah.
First off, what is this party comp? You have a dwarven fighter, an inexperienced female human mage, and 2 thieves? 2?
Come on, where is the paladin? You need a healer.
You gotta remember, I think they were going off of old D&D.
Right, there was no.
I don't think, and I don't, yeah, I don't even think he's a dwarven fighter. I think he's just a dwarf because back in OG D&D, dwarf and elf were like
Right.
classes.
The glasses.
So you were like, am I a rogue? Am I a thief? Am I a wizard? Am I a cleric? Or am I a dwarf?
Or, and my favorite original class from the original book, the Fighting Man.
The fighting man.
The Fighting Man.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we are.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna say this too. Jeremy Irons is given the performance of his life.
He is loving it. He just wanted to do this for fun.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce you to a new drinking game. This is my D&D drinking game for this movie. Every time Jeremy Irons looks like he just had an orgasm, take a drink.
Drink.
You will be hammered in 3 minutes.
3 minutes. It's gonna be over.
The contrast of that with the guy who plays Damodar, which, if you don't know, is the only character who returns for the sequel.
Oh my god. Is the 2012 movie really a sequel?
No, there's one between them.
What the?
That's the third one.
No.
This movie was a box office bomb that somehow got a sequel.
What the heck? Oh god.
Yeah, Damodar comes back as the big bad in the second one.
Oh, he is.
And Bruce Payne, I think, is his name, which is a great name for a guy who plays bad guys, is taking this shit so seriously.
Yeah.
And none of it works. It seems even weirder because he's not going crazy like Jeremy Irons is. He's just like, I will kill you.
Oh god. And it's why this movie is a cluster, and that's why you have to pretend like they're just playing a board game. It makes the movie so good. Good for some reason. I don't care anymore.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, it's kind of like when you watch like the Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah.
Like, this is the good one.
This is the good one.
Like, the other ones are so bad that somehow this is the good one.
This is the good one. They're like weirdly. I saw on IMDb some of the sequels have higher reviews, and I'm like, that's because they're maybe more competent movies. But I'll have a less fun time watching them.
No, yeah, this isn't so bad it's good. Also, Richard O'Brien is in this movie.
Richard O'Brien?
From Rocky Horror.
Oh,
this is our fourth Richard O'Brien movie.
Man.
We've watched more movies with Richard O'Brien in them than Leonardo DiCaprio.
Or Danny DeVito.
Or Dame Judi Dench.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's just like it, and like I said, I know it's bad, and I love it because of that.
And it is painful when you watch it. You go, this movie was made like mid '90s, that goofy time. No, it's like right before Lord of the Rings comes out.
This is a post-Matrix movie.
Yeah, it's right there. It's things about to go nuts with CGI, and this movie looks like shit.
Also, I'm gonna put this out there. I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. The Wachowskis should direct Fantastic Four.
Give it again. It's gonna keep going.
No one's saying it, and I'm like, guys, you want crazy space graphics?
Yeah.
Get the guys who made Speed Racer.
When you sent me the comic book strip, that looks like a Wachowski movie.
Oh, I know. Oh, and I'm Fantastic Four is my favorite book, so I read all that stuff, and like
it's good.
I'm like, those are the people, those are the gals who will bring Galactus in, and you'll be like, yeah, that looks totally normal.
Yeah.
That's a 95 foot tall space monster with a giant purple helmet.
I always forget. I always say I don't know who my favorite directors are, and it's them. And
it's not them, but
they're the most innovative is why I like them. I feel like they're the only ones pushing the envelope. I don't know.
Go watch Matrix Resurrections again and tell me if they're still pushing the envelope.
I didn't watch that. Never mind.
Okay.
It felt like a paycheck though.
Okay.
Okay, maybe my Speed Racer bias is that.
Speed Racers are genuine. I mean, we talked about it. Speed Racers is a genuinely fun movie.
Get them to direct Dungeons and Dragons too. While we're at
well, they're making. Did you know they're making a new one?
Yeah.
Chris Pine. There's who else is in it?
Chris Pine.
The guy from Bridgerton.
God. Dragons. This one's coming out like next year, right?
Yeah, or maybe 2 years. But yeah, it's coming out.
Okay, yeah, it's around here.
Yeah. I hope that one's at least good. I heard that producers behind it are some people who actually play D&D, so I think that'll be a better.
Gosh. Could you imagine them stepping up and be like, that wouldn't happen? Like just like.
Yeah. I was also like going to make the connection between. I almost made the connection was this and Joe Manganiello in Magic Mike because he plays D&D all the time.
Yeah.
So he's like a big D&D nerd.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No,
Magic Mike is connected to every movie we watched in some weird way. Every category could have had Magic Mike.
The 6 degrees of Magic Mike.
Oh my gosh.
God, that's that. Oh man. I don't know why. I will say this: the first time I watched Magic Mike, didn't think it was great. This time I watched it, I was like, it's better. It's better than I remember. It could have been much worse.
I enjoyed it.
I also like the D&D. This D&D movie. Within the first 10 minutes, goes into a dungeon to find a dragon, and I was like,
"No, you guys aren't leveled up."
God, well, okay, the bad guys are though. That makes sense for them. But I was just like, are you kidding me right now? Are you dead? Are you serious?
Really?
Serious? Come on.
Where are the random? There are some random encounters, but every time they go anywhere, there should be a.
the least realistic part of this whole movie is that they stay on the main quest the whole time.
Yeah. No. And nobody tries to. I wanted one character to go into a cafe, or sorry, not cafe. God, whatever, tavern, and be like, "I'm gonna sleep with that person," and just like walk over. Like,
well, Snails tries. Also, is Snails
that's true.
I was trying to figure out. I was googling it afterwards. I think Snails. I was like, is that a racist name? And then they were like, one of the biggest criticisms is that the Marlin's character is just kind of like a racial stereotype the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. But what was I gonna say?
Which Wayans brother do you like more? Sorry.
Which Wayans brother do I like more? I don't know. But Marlin's the better actor of the group.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's actually Keegan Ivory Wayans who made Scary Movie. No, I genuinely forget the Wayans brothers are like a thing until one of them shows up in something I'm watching. And that's probably me as a white person.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I was gonna say, I had a thought. Oh no, I was gonna say it's like anytime you're playing D&D and you're this is a dungeon master's nightmare. And you're like, all right, I'm going to send him into a tavern. There's 2 people in the tavern. There's a guy, hooded, cloaked guy, sitting in the corner, kind of like twisting something in his hands magically, looking very ominous and intimidating. And the waiter's a goblin. And then someone's like, what's the goblin's name? I don't know, Noodles? All right, we're gonna go have some conversation with Noodles. And you're like, fucking shit. And then the whole game is 90 minutes of them trying to like get this guy to give them a discount on food that won't matter in 3 days.
Oh my god. It really is.
I did that like a month ago with my D&D group. I put a thing in a tavern and I was like, this thing's definitely going to be interesting. And I was like, human, kobold playing the piano.
No.
Who did they not talk to the whole time? The freaking kobold playing the piano. No, they were like, I'm going to talk to all the humans. And then when they left the tavern, they're like, maybe we should have talked to that kobold. And I was like, oh god.
Of course. God, it is weird to me that they're trying, like, it's obvious these people don't play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah,
and it's weird to I know it feels like one of those video game movies where they got the name right and they went, we're gonna make money off of this because we have the name that people know.
Nope.
It's very strange.
This thing bombed.
It bombed hard.
It somehow got. I don't even know how it got a sequel because it. I also like that they gave them like everybody's got a fantasy name, but they're not quite weird enough.
Yeah.
You're
right.
Like Ridley is just enough that it sounds kind of fantasy, but it's not like Xanathax or something like where you're just like, whoa. Like Damodar is probably the weirdest name in the group.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, and like Star Wars, I want a movie where the main guys are monsters or some weird creatures. Actually, a good example of it, this movie done better, not good, is the World of Warcraft movie.
Yes, oh my god, the Warcraft movie is actually really fun.
It's really fun, and it's the reason why people hate it, and I'm sorry, is because it's straight up the games. It doesn't make sense. The characters are actually their weird names.
The lore is, it's literally like the lore of the first game. I think everyone wanted World of Warcraft and they got Warcraft.
Which
and it took itself super seriously.
Yeah.
David Bowie connection, Duncan Jones. Yeah, see, it's all coming. This whole episode's just linking crap together.
Yeah, they're doing it.
God, that'd be a weird episode. Can we find a set of movies that connects all the other movies we've ever watched?
Yeah. Oh my god. To go through.
No, it's that.
It's not gonna happen. We're not gonna do it. I'm too lazy for that.
No, me too. Yep, no, never gonna happen. That's way more work. I took enough time yesterday trying to find movies for the next thing we're doing, and that took me like an hour.
I just need one more.
Just Google them. Just like movies
Google
from
them, but
from the thing.
I feel like actually watching movies I want to watch right now.
I know. Go look up one that you want to watch.
There's a lot of them. Love you.
Love you.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm a whole year olders now.
I'm just buying time because I don't know what quote to say.
Just pick. God, just watch. Look at all the movies we've watched.
Larry Bird. I missed.
Wait for it.
Yeah, do yours now.
Jack!
Dang it, he missed.
I missed. I was 4 feet away and I missed.
Oh, shoot.
Jack!
Larry Bird's old now, that's why I missed.
Look at that. I want Space Jam with Larry Bird, but Larry Bird now.
Larry Bird now? Please. Oh my god. Close out all the windows now. I opened up like a million windows for this thing.
Oh, it's so hot. Yeah. Stupid summer. This is going to be that. Remember last summer when it was just like death every week?
I hope this doesn't get there. It's been rain, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh god. Preston, help me with a movie quote, dude.
Go pick something from Space Jam. There's like 900 quotes in that movie.
Space Jam.
Quotes.
I don't know why quotes top 10 best Space Jam quotes. No. Why is okay, I'm gonna say it because it's stupid. Number 1. Come on in, Jay. Why was that?
That's not even a. Oh, you know what you should do.
Come on, Slam. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna type it to you in the chat.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's a chat on here?
Yeah, it's a Zoom.
Oh, there it is. I never had any idea. Give me it. I'm sorry, everybody. I need to start doing the quotes before. I should have just. I'm just gonna do memories instead. I think
that was what that song is.
That's the song. Why did I think it was a different song?
It's just one part of it. It's the big belty moment.
Oh god. Okay. I'm sorry to mom and dad.
You don't have to be loud. Just.
I don't have to be loud. Don't give me that. I never look at the webcam. I'm looking right at you, so I'm like.
Yeah. Go sing it.
Oh,
sing
god.
It, child.
You know I hate singing.
Yes. So much.
Wait, what's the fault? Do you want just to touch me or the whole thing?
Have you not seen that TikTok? Oh, you probably don't do TikTok, do you?
Not as much.
Yeah, that's it's a TikTok thing now. It's just that little phrase. Just a
oh god, wait, I hate singing for some reason in front of the camera. Okay. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me. So you wanted? Is that all you got?
That's all I wanted for my birthday was just that.
Oh god, I'll send you the whole thing later.
Yeah.
I
just want you in all of Cats.
All Cats.
I want Nathan's Cats album.
Oh my gosh. Cats, Nathan.
I have always had this idea, and I don't know if it's a good one, to do Over the Moon from Rent out of nowhere at like a karaoke thing.
Yeah.
Just walk up, and just start doing that weird ass song.
Oh, dang it.
Cyberland. And I met a cow named Elsie. And just like do the whole thing at the karaoke and watch everybody in the bar go, what in the hell is this?
There needs to be a bar that just has all the musical theater choices so we can go weird.
There is. It's in New York, and you actually like have to,
Oh, that's right. That's right. I do know that.
There's like 4 of them over there. I mean, the cities that have a lot of theater have places they're essentially like test your crap you never get to do out.
Crap, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that was our whole thing.
Yeah. You have the happiest of birthdays. I will find you your gifts throughout the year. Like them. If there's anything you want, let me know.
Okay. No, you gave me. I heard you sing "Touch Me." That's all I wanted.
Oh my gosh! I didn't even sing. I yelled it. I refuse to do well singing unless I'm actually like.
$5 says when you go downstairs, Dad's gonna like touch you.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He's right. He's right on the computer. I know he is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Love you.
Love you, dude. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.